Hello friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sherry and I'm here today to do a flip through of a Christmas journal. So 'tis the season, right? So yeah, I won't delay. Let's get started. I'm rolling up my sleeves here. I've got my heat blasting if you hear the air in the background. That's my heat here in this upstairs area where my craft room is now. So yeah, it's cold outside. So very Christmassy though. It's 25 degrees this morning and I'm here on a Sunday morning. This video will be posted tomorrow. So if you are interested in a Christmas journal or you haven't got one yet, this will be available in my shop when you see this video. So here's the goodie pack. I'll show you that at the end. And you see this pretty green grosgrain ribbon here as the closure. This is Frosty the Snowman, a vintage little golden book. And I got the green. I went off the green from his scarf here. So I thought that was a nice, fun color to add here as a little spark of color. So you can see my little, this is from a trim, like this is like a daisy trim, but it's a green. I'm going to call it Grinch green. And these match the scarf pretty much, and they are sparkly. I don't know if you can see that, but they're a little sparkly, and so it adds a really nice little touch there. I thought it needed something, and I thought of these at the very end of finishing off this journal, and yeah, I love it. So here is I'm going to take this off. It is a removable tassel, but I'm going to take it off so I can show you what is on here. So you've got a binder clip that clips it onto the journal, and then a notebook ring. And here is let me see, everything is kind of going away, going around the back there. Let me get it in where it's supposed to be since I took it off. But yeah, so we've got, let me show you the ribbons first. So just some ribbons, pretty, ribbons that are Christmassy and Christmas colors and match the journal, things like that. And different textures is what I wanted. I didn't want like all ribbons. So you've got ribbons, and this is actually seam binding lace. And different sizes, and these are Christmassy. You've got merry and bright, the light blue there. Red, different reds. This is actually seam binding. What do you call this? Bias tape, whatever. Anyway, it's a sewing tape. And it was, see how it's folded over? Let's see. So it was folded over twice. Like it was a quadruple kind of fold on this bias tape or whatever it's called, seam binding. And I cut it in half because I was like, that's so thick with the 4 folds. So I've got 2 folds on here. Yeah, so it was okay like that if you have some and you're not sure how you want to use it. I did cut it in half. I just cut it in half with my scissors so that it would just have 2 folds. And then, you see the Grinch green ribbon. And then, so then I added, let's see, lace. Oh, there's some rickrack in here too. Some baby rickrack. I like the look of, like I said, different textures and things in the tassels. And so I've been trying to remember to use my baby rickrack in tassels. So that's a nice texture and different, shape there. And then also I put a string of bells in here. So that is, you hear the jingle. So that isn't it's kind of hidden itself in the middle now, but they're right here. So lots of bells, different colors, red, green, blue, silver, gold, all different sizes too, but that adds a lot of jingle to the tassel. I don't think too much. I don't think it's too much jingle, but it's a pretty jingle. And then I added, let's see, this bead dangle. I have some of these in my stash that I made a couple years ago, or last year or a couple years ago, I don't remember now. But a pretty bead dangle with different Christmas colors. You've got like little sparkly faux diamond kind of bead separators there, and the little beaded peppermints on the bottom. They're green and red. And yeah, so that's on there, and that can be separately removed. It's got on a lobster claw clasp here, a D-ring. So you can put it, like if you wanted to put it on your purse or somewhere else, even hanging on the tree or something, that can be removed. And then the other thing I have on here is when I started making journals this year, I wasn't sure if I had any of these left, but I looked through it. I had 3 left, so I put one on the last Christmas journal. I put one here, and I have one. I think I only have one more for the next journal, but yeah, it's one of these little wooden ornaments that I found a few years ago. I found a whole set of them that someone, I mentioned this before, looks like someone had made and painted. Don't know if it was a child or adult, but I found them at a thrift store, and see, it's they're thin wood, but they're not that thin. So here's one side of the ornament. She's carrying a basket. She's all dressed in her, like, looks like a Christmas dress. And then here's the back of that one. See, she has a basket on the other side, and this side has no basket, but she has a cape on. I just thought this was so cute. She does have blonde hair on both sides, and so yeah, that's on there. So I think I have one left of those, because I have lots of things I can dangle off of a tassel, but I thought I would use these this year since I've had them for a few years, and they're so cute, and I really like the handmade, perfectly imperfect kind of look they have. So, and if you have never hung a tassel with a binder clip, you can have the little things, the little prongs up, or if you want to have it lower, just put it down, you know what I mean? So it depends on how you want it to hang, but either up or down. It makes it a little higher when it's up. And then you can just tuck the other side. You can leave the other side up, or you can tuck it down inside in between the 2 signatures. It fits just perfect right there. So you saw the front. It's the little golden book. These I did with folding in the golden spine. So this one does have the golden spine. Here's the back. This pretty blue background on this one. And I put a little snowman, since this was all about Frosty. I put a snowman sticker back here to honor and keep up with the Frosty theme. His hat is very similar. Of course, I mean, he always wears the black top hat, right? So, on the side, let me show you. I have some of the Grinch green pom-pom trim and a couple of bells. So here's a bell here. This is a big old bell. I found a bunch of bells. I mean, I have some from Dollar Tree, but the ones I used in here were from the thrift store. I found a bunch at a thrift store one time. And so, yeah, this is one of the bigger ones from the thrift store, and then the thrift store bells. And then this is a little snowman bell right here. Really cute. I made earrings out of these too. I wore them on Friday. And if you wear bell earrings, you can hear them in your ears, but you don't know how loud it is, I really didn't know how loud it was for other people hearing them. And I went into one of the offices of someone else, and he said something like, before I even got there, he said something to me, and I was like, oh, you heard me coming. I was like, oh, I didn't know you could hear my bells. And he's like, yes, I can hear your bells. I heard you coming. I'm like, okay. He didn't complain, though. He wasn't complaining. He's just like, I guess he probably caught a kick out of it, you know what I mean? So, anyway, and I'm just like, I'm wearing my Christmas sweaters. I'm wearing my Christmas earrings. I don't care if it's too early. I'm just wearing it, because if you don't wear it, then you don't get a chance to wear it, right? You kind of miss out sometimes if you don't wear your Christmas stuff. But anyway, let's get started with our flip through. Here's the inside the cover. You can see I covered, I don't remember, because I actually made the covers last year, and then I didn't finish them because it got too close to Christmas. I just kept on Christmas crafting journals right up until Christmas, I guess. But, so this year I made it into a journal. I just didn't have anything done but the cover. But there must have been some writing or something inside the cover, so I covered it with this. This is scrapbook paper, all from Christmas, scrapbook paper, pads, or collection kits from Echo Park or the thrift store, wherever I got it. Anyway, so you see a pocket here. you see the same fabric that's on, oh, there's no fabric, I forgot there's no fabric on the outside. It's the little golden book spine, but there's fabric here. And then there's a pocket here with one of my tags here. A pretty red gingham tag with some snow. These are Mardell's Fussy Cuts on there, by the way. And that's in there. And then I ended up putting a belly band on here. This year I added a belly band and all this decoration. You know, that wasn't done last year. And a little journaling card is in there. That's from a cut apart from a Echo Park collection kit. So that's that. This is from a vintage book that I found at a thrift store. You can kind of tell from the pink and blue colors. They just look vintage. And it was a book where you make like a Christmas scenes or something. Most of the pieces had a little stand like on the bottom, a little white piece that you bend, and then you put it, set it up on a table or something. So yeah, I've been using those. So this is one of those, really, really cute. Here you can see I have a little holly leaf and berries and pretty Christmas paper. And you'll recognize the pages from the book, of course, and pom-pom trim. This is the Christmas card pocket that I've been putting in the journals this year. And here is a recipe card. Christmas cookies. And this is a little card that I made that has my Remember cards that I found at the thrift store with a little piece of, this I believe was cut, I don't think this was ephemera, was it? Oh, this is a pocket. Some pieces I've cut from, and I don't remember which pieces I've cut from. This, I think this was from a greeting card, that's what I'm trying to say. Some pieces I've cut from and they almost look like ephemera, when you cut them out. You would think this was a piece of ephemera, but I believe I cut it from a greeting card. And this, I don't know if this is ephemera or greeting card, but I think it's ephemera. So there's a little pocket there, this little angel. So you can write on the back, or you can put her down somewhere and write on the back of her even. Put a little note back there about something you want to remember. It says remember, then put something on the little angel that you want to remember and make her glue her down or make her into tuck spot. And then this one here, I don't want to lose anything. Where's my, I put the recipe card back in there already. And this is this is made on book page, like layers of book page glued together. This is piano roll paper. It's sewn around, and this is napkin here on the front, decoupaged on the front there. So, and that's the Christmas card pocket. This is sewn together. A little bit of sewing in here. Some snowflake stickers on. This is like handmade paper that I received in Happy Mail. The pink I thought looked so pretty in here. My pink dyed hymn book paper with a little, I have a paper punch that's snowflakes. That's one of my paper punch snowflakes. And this is from a Christmas book about decorations and things like that. So you can see that page there. And then here's that bell on this book page. Here's some more music and a little felt ornament there. This side has a flip up where you can write inside there, and a little, this was fussy cut from, let me see if I can remember. I can't really tell. I'm not sure what I cut that out of, but I think I cut it out of something. I think, unless I got it in Happy Mail. I wonder if, oh, you know what? I got that from, I think that was in Mardell. That's right. I'm sorry. I did not do it. This is from Mardell. And then here's a little pocket over here. Thank you, Mardell. here's a little piece I cut from a story, children's story book. And this book was so cool. I mentioned it before. But it has, it had like cardstock pages, so it's perfect to do like pockets and like ephemera type things, cut it out of that book, those book pages. And this is a little pocket I cut out of there. And in the pocket I have a tag. This is I believe a Dollar Tree tag that I just added my own ribbon to, the Grinch green ribbon. And then over here, this was from is this from Mardell? Mardell, is this from you or is this from me? I'm getting confused now. It's a piece of ephemera from somewhere. This is a wrapping paper tag that I made last year out of, you know, that foil wrapping paper. I had got some at a thrift store. And you see the, oops, I loosened it there. Oh, I really loosened it. I totally undid it. Okay, well, I'll reattach the eyelash trim there, or eyelash yarn. But anyway, a pretty sparkly, got coffee dye paper on the back, it looks like, or cardstock. Oh, and I sewed around it with, I don't know if you can see, it's actually silver thread. Silver, like metallic thread. Really pretty. I'm going to leave that out so I can put back on that. That color of the eyelash yarn, it just looks so pretty on there. Then here's a little, these were called bookmarks when I got them. A little kit I had got from, if you saw that video, from Amazon, and they come, these are separate pieces, and then you put whatever you want inside. I added some, as you can see like sequin type things in there. And so that's like an ornament. And it's supposed to be a bookmark, but you can use it however you wish. And then one of the little elf game cards that this particular game I found last year at a thrift store. So I don't know, it doesn't look old or anything, but I don't know where it was originally from. I'm sure you can get it, might be able to get it on Amazon right now. But anyway, I thought those were cute. The elves are in different positions. They're all like little elves. One side is like this, and the other side has the elf doing different things. So you can see this is from Mardell here. A little cut, fussy cut, beautiful. And then this is the back half now of this first signature. I left a lot of wide open spaces so you can put all your stuff in here and it will fit, hopefully, right? Fussy cut from Mardell here on this pink handmade paper. And then the back half of the Christmas card pocket in here. This is made definitely from a Christmas card. It says Happy Holidays, and I love the green on the back. Like, if I don't like what's on the back, I'll back it with some cardstock. But this was the original color, and so it's kind of embossed right here. The pine cones on the front, so that on the back they're like debossed little, you know, texture, and you have that pretty white, kind of snowy looking pine there, and this color. I just thought it was so pretty. So that is a journaling card now. This is a postcard. And so you can write on the back, pretty Christmas. I've had these for quite a few years, and I actually found these at a thrift store. I mean, it is amazing if you just keep looking at thrift stores. You'll find things, you know, one time you might, two times you might not. You know, it's just like that. That's how it is. You just have to keep going back and see what they have. That's the thrill of going to the thrift store. You never know what they're going to have there. This is a little bridge score sheet that decorated with a couple pieces of ephemera. So lots of little journaling spots on that. Here is, I found a lot of from old, you know, gift tags at the thrift store. I found tons. And this time of year, you know, people are cleaning out their Christmas stuff. If they get out their Christmas stuff and they're like, I mean, I did the same thing. I don't want this anymore. I don't want that anymore. You know, take it to Goodwill or wherever they get rid of their stuff. And so you can find some cute things now if you haven't been by the thrift store and you like thrifting, but you haven't been going. You know, there's at least worth one visit before, a couple visits before everything's gone, because if there's something really good, it gets gone fast. It gets gone fast. So I love the colors here. And the scrap of paper, I've actually found this scrap of paper at a thrift store. Isn't it pretty? I found it in amongst not just Christmas, but other scrapbook paper. So it was, probably didn't even know it was in there. And then I brought the scrapbook paper home, and then I found this in the middle of it. Quite a few, actually. This one, too. See how it kind of matches? Probably from the same paper line, but I have no idea. It didn't have any branding on it, so... Okay, so I put this in the middle because it really wouldn't fit in a pocket. I did a video where I made one of these, or I think, is this the one I made? No, I made this one off video. You know, I made a second and third one for the journals I'm working on right now. But this is the snowman one. It had a snowman right there, so I had to put this one in here with Frosty. But Yeah, it's all Christmassy though. And here's the back of the envelope I put on the back. It's got, you know, sewn in signature, and it's got a few pages in here that you can do what you want with. This is from the paper, the sewing, you know, the iron-on transfer paper from that, not necessarily from this envelope, but from one of those envelopes I was working with. And so, yeah, you've got some pages in there to have fun with. And you can do something here, put a pocket or decorate, whatever. So you can have some fun with that. And then the second signature here. This is from a gorgeous vintage little book that I had. You can just look at it and tell how cute and look at how beautiful it is with that blue and red. That was, you know, just so cool. I've had that for a few years too. Probably hoarding it, but, you know, I'm using it now. And then you see the pom-pom as we're going by. This is a pink page that I made with some dye, food coloring probably, and a little pink Christmas tree sticker. This is a fussy cut on this side from Mardell. So pretty. And then on this second signature, I have paper bag pockets. So here's our paper bag. We decorated these together. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so rough there. On a video. Put some stickers, and this is kind of a puffy sticker, and a little rocking horse there. But in here, you know, you have lots of room to tuck things in there. And you know what I do with my journal when I keep extra things in there like scraps and things like that. So when I go to work on my journal, I have them handy right there. You know, I can use it for backing a photo or whatever I want to use it for, making a new pocket. So these are some cards. Oh, these are the Grinch cards from Dollar Tree. So that's Cindy Lou, I guess. So cute, right? So you've got a Grinch card in there. This is another piece from the book that I was mentioning that I cut up and made ephemera, and it had cardstock pages. See, this is the back of the card. I don't think I added anything to it, right? I think that's the back of the card. I think maybe there's some paper on the back though. Yeah, I think there is some paper on the back. But since it was cardstock, I just added paper, or, you know, it was cardstock already, so I didn't need to add more cardstock. I just added white paper, it looks like. I'm not sure. I did that I think I did these last year, and I had them, you know, ready to go for this year. So anyway, you can make a pocket out of that, or use it as a journaling card and just write on the back or whatever you want to do. That's in there. Here's one of the recent little green stamp journaling cards we made. That one has... I did some more on them after the video, so this one has the grandma and a little snowflake up there. And on the back, I did put two little stickers too, a little Christmas tree and another little snowflake. So lots of writing room. And then this is little booklets I made last year out of a book that had just these little pieces in it, and you flip them and read, you know, through. But there's this, whenever I could put a snowman in here, I put a snowman in here for Frosty. So this was the snowman one. You see on the back it says a snowman, and there is writing room inside. So those are all in this paper bag pocket. And then we move on. This was from a, well, you can see the name of the book right here, Family Circus Christmas Treasury. And it had all kinds of stuff in there, you know, decorating, crafting, and this is one of the patterns. And here's a little pink Reese kind of memo paper there that, you know, you can write on or add something to. I put one of these little gingerbread tags in here, gingerbread house, with this pretty paper, and it has a little door. You open up, that's where you put your two from. I got these, if you didn't see me mention these before or use these before, it's from Dollar General. I got those at Dollar General. And I bought one package when I first saw them a few weeks ago, and then this past weekend I found one more package, and that was it. So if you wanted to get any of those, go now, go quick, run, because they probably may or may not have any more of those. And so I put this pretty candy cane paper, pink candy canes, and there's some red in there too, in the middle here. And then this, here you see the snowman bell, and you hear it jingling, I'm sure. But there's a little tag here. I just clipped it on. I was going to glue it there. I thought, let me just clip it on in case somebody wants to put it. Oh, and this was used, actually. This was a little used. I think I bought these last year. I used it. And then the person that I gave it to, the gift to, had there, I put to so-and-so from Sherry. And then I think they gave me their bag back. Like, they didn't need it and they didn't want to throw it away. And they know that I do this type of thing, so they're like, do you want the bag back? And I'm like, yes, I do. And then they gave me my little tag back that I had written on, so I just cut that off. So now it can just be a little tuck spot or a journaling spot or whatever you want, decoration. It's one of those 3D ones, so that is there. I've got a little belly band here. This is made from the cover of a scrapbook paper pad, you know, where they have all the samples. I love making things out of those because it's already pieced for you. You know what I mean? You don't have to even put the pieces together. It's all pieced for you. And this is one of the bottoms of the paper bags where we made these into journaling cards. I'd have a video on that too in my Christmas crafting this year. So these came out really cute. I really love them. And just the bottom of this particular, some bottoms of the bags may not look so nice, but these look so nice. I thought I have to do something with those. So we made these little cards. It's sewn around and it's got file folder on the back for writing or whatever you want to do with it. But it is tucked in here in the belly band. And let's see. Here's the back half of the paper bag. And you see, I put a sticker on both sides. So you can still add something here and here, or write on it, or whatever you want to do. Or do nothing, just leave it as it is, you know. I mean, it's cute just like it is. Okay, so here is a card from the Charlie Brown cards from Dollar Tree this year that I got, and a lot of people got. And if you watch the videos on Dollar Tree hauls, you know everybody got them, it seems, or most everybody. Cute little tag. These are also from Dollar Tree, the little tags. I love these tags from Dollar Tree this year. They're so cute, and I like the shape, and it's already done for you. And I just added, again, my little Grinch green ribbon. And then this is a card I found at a thrift store this year. Cute little invitation card, but it's just very vintagey. You can just tell. It doesn't have a date on it, or does it? Let me see. No, I don't think it has a date on it, but you can just tell that's vintage, you know what I mean? If you see a lot of vintage stuff, you kind of know sometimes. I mean, I know they make reprints and stuff like that, reproductions, but, you know, you can kind of tell a lot of times. So another little fussy cut from Mardell on this pink dyed paper. That's my pink dye. And then on the other side of that, beautiful old song music, the blue and red on this side. And it has it on this side too. This is probably my favorite page in that book, this blue and red. It's just so beautiful. If you can't tell on video, if you get this, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's very, just a rich blue, beautiful blue color, the shade of it. Last page, wide open for whatever you want to put there. The back pocket here. So again, I have the belly band here across the pocket, but in the back of the back pocket here, I put a page from this was a Christmas children's magazine, and there's a 1974 right there. I think that, I don't know if that's I don't know what it's the copyright for. I think it might be this illustration here. And then here's the other side, a poem by Robert Frost. Probably Christmassy. I haven't read it, but very cute and very beautiful. So I put that in there for you to use. And then this pocket is tight back here, so that's why I just put a little page back there or something, something thin. And then I added the belly band here this year. And in here I just have tucked journaling card, cut apart, from the collection kit I was using. I love that thermometer, and you can write on there or add something to it. And then some little vintage gift tags. These are both sticker ones. These are both stickers. But these are both from the thrift store and vintage. So you can see that they're kind of, I don't know if they're originally white, but they're kind of off-white now. So I love the big one with these ornaments. And this one has a snowflake and a little bird over here. So very adorable. Let me show you the goodie pack now. So that's what she looks like. I'm almost done with the next one, so tomorrow will be the flip through for another one. If you're still in the market for a junk journal, and these are very reasonably priced. So just check it out, see if it's one you might like. Check out my eBay shop. My eBay shop is always the first link under my videos, and if any of my links ever don't work, just let me know. I know someone let me know, and I really appreciate it, that one of my links wasn't working, or I didn't have it linked or something. I think I didn't even actually have the thing I was talking about, my other channel, linked properly, because I had copied and pasted the wrong thing when I was, getting the video ready, and yeah, so I appreciate her letting me know, and then I fixed that, so hopefully that's fixed now. But anyway, in here, this is all going to go into this treat bag, paper treat bag. Oh, what fun. You have your polar bear there. Christmassy. He's got his Christmas outfit on. And then there is 4 of these little cupcake papers that are going to be in there. And you can use these as a separate decoration, or make a little, I've seen people making little Christmas trees this year out of paper, cupcake pieces like this, and you fold them in half and make your Christmas tree. That would be really cute with this, because it's all decorated all the way around, so really cute. I have a piece of fabric right here, and let's see, I'm not sure how I think I want to put it like this, so I can pick it up and put it in an envelope. 3 of my little sewn together strips. You've seen these before, so I tried to pick out ones that would go with the journal, but pretty much any color would go with the journal. And this is another one of those. Did I put 2 in here? Is there another one? Here it is. Oh, I put 3 in here. Okay. From that book I was talking about, the vintage book where you make a scene and then they have little things to stand up on the bottom. This is 3 pieces from that I put in here for you to be able to decorate with. A pair of roller skates, with the toys under the Christmas tree. This would have been, there's a Christmas tree in there, and you set the Christmas tree up, and then you set the little toys up, but this is one of the toys. I cut the bottom white piece off. If there's a white piece on the bottom, I've cut that off so you could just have this to glue down. But there's the roller skates. Look at those. Look at those roller skates. Anyway, this is very vintage, this little book I found. A little dollhouse. Adorable, right? And then these little lanterns. And you could cut these apart too. I left them together. This is how they came, so you could use them together, make a pocket or something, a little tuck spot, or cut them apart if you want. It might be, if you have plenty of pockets. And there's a little hole you can punch out here too, I believe, if you want to make a tag. I think there's a little hole. I don't want to punch it in case there's not a hole. I mean, in case you don't want the hole punch out, but I think I see lines there, so there might be a hole there that you can punch and put, some ribbon or something. This, I want to show it to you on paper. This is a Santa stencil. So you can use this alone and put it on a paper and the color will show through, or you can actually stencil with it if you want. So yeah, that's Santa stencil. There's some note papers here. These are the St. Jude note papers. And then some cards. These are from the different Christmas games, all the different Christmas card games. So I have several of them, so I just pulled out one from each. Of course, a snowman, but I didn't want to overdo the snowman, so I have a candy cane, a gingerbread house, and ornaments on those. This will tell you the name of the games over here. Old Maid Go Fish, Match, or it's 2 different matching games, I think. Yeah. So, and this is the little piece like I put in the last one where you can put this in the middle of a signature and it will open up like that. You take the sticky, it's a sticker, you take this off and stick it down, and then when you open the center of your signature, this will pop out for you. So that's in there in case you want to use that. Some printables that I have that I haven't used, that I've been trying to use, but I just haven't been able to get through them all, so I put several in here. They're just on paper. They actually are coffee dyed on the back if you didn't want to back them. But you can back them and make journaling cards or tags if you want. So those are in there for fun and you know, fun crafting. This is another game. I think it's a match game with a little circular pieces. A little felt snowman. You know, I think these are from Dollar Tree. I think I got some from Walmart at one time too, though, but I think this one's from Dollar Tree. I'm sure it is. I'm sure that's from Dollar Tree. And then a vintage address book, or it was actually a Christmas card book. One of the pages out of there. You've got red lines to write on. Some more note paper. That was the penguin, the snowman, gingerbread house, and then I'm having an avalanche here. And this note paper here. This one's from a thrift store. Those are from Walmart last year. The other one, the long ones. And this is from a thrift store. I'm sorry, I'm going a little fast because I don't want to bore you guys, but there's 2 of those in there. And then numbers. I had bought these last year to include with my journals because these are new from last year anyway. They're a year old now. But 1 through 24. So while I have them, I only have 1 more of those too. And then I was going to put some scraps in here, and I apparently did not do that. I've just been trying to finish these, but I have, you know, this time of year, it just, no matter how, I think no matter how much you plan, you still just get busy. You know what I mean? This stuff comes up, and, you know, you want to have some Christmas fun. So I have the scraps right here that I was going to be using in these journals. So I'm going to include a piece of each of these, and this. I'll go ahead and put that in there. Let's see what else. I have a bunch of scraps over there on my table too. So yeah, the point is I'll be adding a few scraps for you to be able to use however you wish. So I'll use, you know, this size of a scrap of each of these, and I'll see what else I have over there to stick in here. But yeah, you'll get some pretty scraps. So I hope you enjoyed. This was a lot of fun. It took me longer than I wanted to take, but I've just been really busy at work, plus some Christmas fun with the family. I have a granddaughter now that is in school, so she had her first Christmas program, and it's just like, I'm not going to miss that. You know what I mean? There's no way. So that was so enjoyable. Here's my trim I need to put back on there, but thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one. And yeah, go over and grab this. It's very economical. And yeah, I like these because they're big enough to put a lot in. You know what I mean? They're big enough to glue a card if you get cards. You can put your whole cards in here and keep all your cards, you know, or whatever you get. Gift tags. What do I have? Tickets. I have tickets from my granddaughter's program, Christmas program, 5 years old. She had her first program. We had to give the tickets when we went in, but as we were going out, I saw a lady with a basket with a few tickets, and I was like, can I get a couple of those tickets for my scrapbook? I just call it a scrapbook because some people don't know what junk journals are. So she's, oh, sure. She gave me a couple of tickets, and I was like, oh, yes. I had that planned the whole time I was sitting there. I was like, I have to get some of those tickets. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.